I think we can start. My name is Evangelia Kavakli, and I'm delighted to be your host today in this DigiTalk. So I will share my screen and make a small introduction of what we're doing in ERUA in this work package, and of course, what are we going to talk about today. So, what is this all about? What are we trying to do as a Reform University Alliance? Of course, we want to educate our students, but furthermore, we don't only want to make them good scientists, but we want to make them scientists that can bring social change, that can have an impact in their local communities. And how do we do that in a university? Of course, we do it the traditional way. We are doing scientific conferences aiming to disseminate the knowledge that is produced within our research and scientific fields and bring people together. And I'm sharing some photographs of events that have been recently organized within the Alliance. Other ways of sharing the knowledge is in more interactive trainings and seminars aimed to bring the students together and tackle social change problems in the context of the Open Science Initiative, where the goal is to enhance the collaboration between the educational and the educational activities, the research activities, and the needs of the social stakeholders. And of course, we have the open days where we either introduce our research in the premises of our institutions, asking people to come and see what we're doing and participate in our research experiments, or where we go to the local and regional stakeholders and present our work in the more open public. And we want to involve them, people of all ages, sharing our activities and experimenting with the things that we're doing. And finally, we have the social labs aiming to showcase our research project and also involve people in producing some prototypes that make sense for their regional needs. And of course, we have several other events that are designed to involve the communities in meaningful collaboration, like public lectures or festivals and other open talks and cultural events that are open to the public, aiming to finally have all parties involved in an open science laboratory. And coming to today's issue, how we can assist our students in order to become social change makers. Within the context of ERUA, in particular the work package that is giving this digital talk today, we have several activities which are addressed to students and local stakeholders in terms of seminars like this one, digital talks, science cafes, where people come and exchange ideas, and of course our projects that aim in the partnership between our students and the regional communities, aiming to produce ideathons, or even prototypes like the hackathons. And in order to guide our students to bring these ideas to the regions, we also have a mentoring scheme whereby we ask people from the academic, but also from the regional communities to become mentors to our student groups in order to create ideas, to create prototypes, scientific projects that will have a social impact. And having said that, I would like to say a few words about our today's agenda. So first, the winners of the last year's hackathon, which was with a topic of inclusive urban mobility. We're going to ask Christoforos, Tzannou, and Nikolaos Foteinos, the winners of this hackathon, to present their idea, but mainly to present their experience, how they felt about the whole competition and their participation. Moving to this year's Ideathon, we will ask the two winner teams, UFeed and EIL, to present their own ideas and again talk about how they experienced this whole competition and how they expect to move forward and improve their idea into a prototype. As I mentioned before, mentors are very important in this process. And to this end, we would like to hear from Efi Latsoudi, a social scientist at the Refugee Support ERUA NGO, about her side of about how she experienced all this involvement in our activities. After that, we will ask Professor Angeliki Kitsiou to present a different kind of activity, which is a traveling seminar, which again, the scope of the seminar was to tackle sociocultural changes. And she's going to present the results of this seminar, the prototypes that were produced by the students. And finally, we will ask Professor Haris Alexopoulos to present briefly how open science principles can fuel social impact and social change. After these presentations, we will give the floor to you, to the participants in this event. Of course, all through the session, you can add your comments and questions in the chat. And we'll try to have a meaningful conversation regarding all the issues of this digital talk. So thank you all for participating in this event. Thank you for coming today to celebrate ERUA Day. I would like to give the floor to Christoforos and Nikolaos to present their experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, too. Hello, I'm Nikolaos Foteinos. Good evening, everyone. Today is a special day of graduations, and we are honored to be in the foyer to share our experience from Hackathon 2 2023. My name is Christoforos Tzannou, and I'm here today with Nikolaos Foteinos and Mr. Strogilopoulos to talk about the incredible journey where we are in the first place alongside Andras Prosper, Abdelmahed Daoud, and Yansoa Realizaona. It all started on the first day of September, where we received an email in our academic inboxes inviting us to participate in Hackathon 2. Without hesitation, we immediately registered as the opportunity to work on an exciting project, travel abroad, and gain experience at a foreign university was a huge motivation for us. From the very beginning, everything went smoothly. The support we received from ERUA organizers and mentors was exceptional, both before and during the event. Hackathon 2 was an unforgettable experience, 3 days full of creativity, collaboration, and guidance from experts. We met people from diverse backgrounds, learned new ways to develop a project from scratch, and truly experienced the value of international cooperation. So I would like to give you some information about our idea. The focus of our idea was a project named SD Mobility. This project focuses on creative and innovative application that redefines the concept of urban mobility. Our app provides 4 unique travel options, allowing users to choose the most suitable solution based on their needs, whether it's the most affordable, environmentally friendly, accessible for individuals with disabilities, or tailored for seniors and people with reading challenges. Our goal to enhance mobility for everyone, respecting individuals and social needs. The social challenge that our project deals with. Our application addresses one of the most critical social challenges in the modern cities, the need for accessible, sustainable, and inclusive urban mobilities. Cities faces issues like congestion, pollution, and the exclusion of certain groups, such as individuals with disabilities or other vulnerable communities. With SD Mobilities, we aim to make transportation fairer and more accessible for everyone, promoting social cohesion and sustainability. I would like also to give a few words for ERUA program. ERUA is an incredible initiative that connects universities across Europe, and also it fostering collaboration, innovation, and cultural exchange. Through ERUA, I had the opportunity to travel to Paris and participate in the hackathon at the University Paris of Paris 8. This experience was transformative. Not only did it work on exciting projects like SD Mobility, but they also connected with students and academics for diverse backgrounds, sharing ideas and learning from another. ERUA also offers students the chance to step out of their comfort zones, broaden their horizons, and gain hands-on experience in addressing real-world challenges. Nick?
Okay, and we recently also took part at another ERUA. It was also at the Paris. We have the privilege of attending the Cross-European University Alliance Symposium, which was basically the prize of winning the Hackathon 2. And it was an event that took place this October at 11th and 10th and 11th. The symposium brought together university alliances from across Europe, and its topic was multilingualism and its role in European universities. On the first day, we gathered at the University 8 and had discussions about language policies with the European University Alliances. We explored how these policies are being implemented across institutions, addressing both the challenges and opportunities of fostering multilingualism in higher education. In the second day, which was my favorite, hosted in Alco Paris, we shifted to more practical workshops. This session allowed participants to dive deeper into multilingualism in research, teaching, governance, and communication. Collaborating with experts and academics from different alliances, we value best practices and experiences. Both days was inspiring, and it not only broadened my perspective, but also highlighted the important role of language in education and beyond.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We thank you very much. So as you see, the way that ERUA gives prizes to our students, maybe it doesn't have to be money, but what the prize is for our hackathon winners is the possibility to travel and communicate with peers and also experienced researchers in other universities. And this is an experience that I think is better than any prize in the university context. So I would like to help you, to thank you for sharing this experience with us. And I would like to go to our next presenters and ask Susan to present her idea. You fit.
Okay, hi, thank you. I'm sorry, we've been out in the street all day and it's very hot and sunny, so a little bit sticky here today. I can share one slide with you, I think. Maybe this one. If I put that on, well, where's the, I can't find the whole, well, never mind. Okay, so our project UFIT, which is Universities for Integration Through Training, and has the idea of you belong or you have a place in our society, deals with the social challenge of child migrants' access to education and vocational training. It's a volunteering and service learning project that aims to provide core competencies in Spanish, English, and maths to unaccompanied child migrants from different reception centres across Gran Canaria through classes delivered by student volunteers from all of our university disciplines. Child migrants aged 16 to 17 are in a particularly precarious situation because they need to gain sufficient language skills to access vocational training by the time they're 18, which is when they have to leave the child reception centres. The local government runs a remunerated vocational training scheme that will continue to provide academic support and also basic professional skills, training in different essential service sectors for 1 year, and after that they should be able to access the labour market. And our objective is to provide them with sufficient basic skills to be able to access this remunerated vocational training programme. Our student volunteers also gain important life skills such as resilience, empathy, and comprehension of the global issues that cause migration. So this is a kind of a win-win situation for the child migrants, for the university students, and for our society in general. And our idea is to create an online open access bank of resources that many of these have been created by our students, but there are existing resources that are online. And we want to put all of this in one place and then scale it so that it can be used in other ERUA countries and other European countries. And we're also looking to kind of trying to train AI with reliable information and translations for the sub-Saharan languages of lesser diffusion to facilitate learning for the children. And just a few words, I'll stop sharing, just a few words about ERUA. I think it gives us the opportunity to demonstrate that universities can give back to the societies that support them in a direct, tangible, and visible way. And it proves the value of the arts and humanities and social sciences also in a world that has become somehow a bit top-heavy in its focus on science and especially technology. Of course, these are very, very important, but they need to be employed with legal limitations and ethical boundaries and with humanity. Otherwise, the future is kind of scary. And that was my presentation. Thank you very much. And thank you for giving us the prize.
Well, you sure deserve the prize. It was a very, very nice idea, a mature idea. I have to say that in our ideathon, we had several very nice ideas. Yeah. It was a hard choice, indeed, but your ideas were more mature than others. But we sincerely hope that all the people, all the teams that were involved, that they will continue to improve their ideas and bring them to a level of maturity that can become a prototype. And there are several other, I have to say that there will be, and there are at this point, several other competitions within the ERUA context that all our community can present their ideas. And this is very important as well. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
And I would like now to give the floor to Zahira and Alessandra from the University of Macerata to present their idea.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alessandra, and I'm here today with Zaira, my colleague and team member as well of European Inclusive Leadership. And I'm here today as the speaker, of course, of the team. So I wanted to take some time to get to know the team, if you'll allow me. So my friend Zaira, and she's a PhD student in teaching and learning sciences at the University of Macerata, just like me. And she has expertise in strategic educational planning and inclusive practices for special educational needs. And then there's myself, again, in the same sort of project, and I'm focusing on leveraging technologies and innovative teaching methodologies. So like specifically those privileging visuals as AI or augmented and extended reality. And this is to empower individuals with autism spectrum disorder. So we sought to get all of this research that comes from our background and like let it flow through the project that we were going to present to through the ERUA Ideathon. And we've also had support from two precious mentors, which are here with us today, which are Professor Sabina Machella and Francesca Stella. I want to thank them for their support, specifically for the insightful advice that Professor Sabina Machella has given us in shaping the focus of our project. And she's also guided us in refining the raw content and after brilliant feedback to ensure our ideas were clear and impactful. And I also wish to thank Francesca Stella, as she provided us with outstanding technical support and helping us craft a visually engaging, also professional presentation. So thank you. And the focus of our idea, instead, we decided to focus on fostering inclusive leadership within European schools by empowering middle management to create inclusive environments for students with special educational needs. And this vision was based on 3 pillars, which are all interconnected. And those are the creation of a virtual European Academy for School Inclusion, then the creation of IMANET, which is an inclusive middle management network, and lastly, the creation of inclusive innovation labs. Now, these 3 combined together make up for the core of the project. And the first one, so the Academy, is basically an online platform providing interactive training modules with personalized learning path and practical simulation. And this is the kind of academy that can actually equip school managers with the theoretical and practical tools they need to lead inclusively. Then for the IMANET is a collaborative network which connects school leaders across Europe. So through the mentorship programs and the skill exchanges and also the best practices database. Oh yeah, here my colleague has shared also a bit of our presentation. So as you can see, those are the 3 pillars. And so we're moving to the 3rd one. And inclusive labs, those will be both mobile and permanent workshops. These will be hosted in the schools, and those are to test and to implement the innovation, the innovative methods. So these labs actually engage with students and staff in experiential activities with this sort of like bottom-up approach, which we would like to foster. So the social challenge that we sought to tackle was that of ensuring effective inclusion for students. And we began from the realization that even if inclusion is a priority under European regulations, the reality is that in many schools, there's a real struggle to implement inclusion effectively. And so middle managers, that are those people who are actually the ones who play the crucial role of shaping school culture and practices in terms of inclusion, they often lack specialized training, they lack the tools, and they also lack the network to lead these inclusive initiatives efficiently. And so basically we have identified the gap in terms of social consequences and what we want to do to fill this gap. The gap is threefold again. So there's students with special educational needs that face barriers to fully participating in education. And so we want to remove the limits to their potential and to give them the right opportunities. Also, schools are missing out on the chance to create an environment that benefits all students. And this is done by promoting empathy and diversity. And also the communities, they lose the broader social benefits of inclusive education, such as reduced inequalities and also stronger social cohesion. So this is perfectly in line, of course, with the UN's global goals. Specifically, we sought to touch upon the SDG 4 and SDG 10, so quality education and reduced inequalities. So basically, ERUA is the form of alliance that made it all happen for us, as we met through the format, and we think our vision as a group and through the elaboration of the project does align with the mission as well of ERUA to create equitable opportunities for all, while also boosting cooperation and research projects across Europe. So through the ERUA Ideathon experience, we were inspired basically to share the project and to shape it. And we're eager to take it to the next step, because so far we have built the conceptual phase, and we wish to materialize our vision and make it actually real. So we've been taking some steps and looking into ways to create a pilot and actually maybe give it a true start. Maybe even involving other PhD students from ERUA, as we're looking to expand our team with the missing expertise in various fields. So we really hope that as a collaborative framework and a cross-European perspective, ERUA can give us also the possibility to get to actually make this project reality, also through the help of other European researchers. So thank you.
Thank you very much for your interesting presentation. Indeed, through the ERUA, there are several research clusters that have been formed, and I do hope that you will be able to take advantage of these research clusters. Further, of course, to the research clusters that already exist within the different universities. So I hope that you will be able to expand and develop your work and take advantage of all the opportunities that ERUA is providing.
Yeah, thank you.
And also thank you for reminding the fact that all our activities can be linked to the Sustainable Development Goals. This is an effort that we're making to link all activities of the universities and of ERUA and WP5 in particular to the Sustainable Development Goals as a metric, as a key performance indicator of what we do. And thank you for reminding this. So within all these activities that we're presenting with the prototypes and the ideas, the central theme is to develop a sustainable and inclusive society. And this is one of the main topics of the ERUA, together, of course, with the topic of migration and refugees. We're all border universities, we're universities at the edges of Europe. And the theme of the topic of migration is one of the topics that is central to our social research. But we're not the only people that are involved in this research and these efforts. Regional also stakeholders are also doing this work. And this is why we have asked them to become the mentors of our students. And to this end, I would like to ask Ms. Efi Latsoudi to give her viewpoint on our activities and how mentoring can assist. Efi, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It was a pleasure to be in the mentoring project program, because I really didn't expect to meet so many inspired students about their projects and about social change, and with diverse topics and working on inclusivity. I'm Efi Latsoudi. I'm working since many years in the refugee support work, and I'm working with Refugee Support ERUA, which is an NGO involved in human rights defense, but also in the basic rights of refugees about integration and access to labor and education. For us, it's very important to see the perspective of human rights through the perspective of the society. I mean that in order to protect the rights of the refugees in the border context, as it is mentioned, it's very important to work with the communities. And after more than 15 years that we are working, reporting and supporting in legally refugees and giving psychosocial support, we are trying now, and that's how we were involved in this program, to create a social center and a human rights center in Mytilene that will work with the local community, that the human rights will be in the center, and the people will be meeting in this place to go further on this narrative of an inclusive society, a society that gives to all people a chance. It's a project that is now in the phase of dialogue with the local actors. So we started with the university, and we hope that in the next years we will develop a place that the people will be meeting, creating, and being educating, and will create an example that sustainable example for the future. What we want is that the next generations will understand and how important is the human rights. And we don't have the discussion that we have now, that who is eligible for accessing to education or to labor or to the community. And that we will understand the power of living together and sharing in a place like Lesbos, which is an island that suffered so much throughout the years, as a place of arrival of people in need, people asking for protection. As far as the program that I was inviting to participate as a mentor, I was very inspired by the students that they've been very creative and innovative and passionate about their ideas. And I think that collaborating different actors, working with the communities, involving young people that are inspired for new projects and new ideas is very hopeful for the future, because we are in a difficult time. And I realize that through this interaction, that there is hope. There is a lot of ideas and a lot of passion for social change. And I want to thank you for inviting me to this. And I hope this project will continue. Thank you very much.
We thank you. Thank you for supporting our teams. Indeed, we know that you have assisted our teams to make their ideas more close to the needs of the groups that they were targeting. And we hope that we're going to see more of results from this cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, moving now to our next speaker, I would like to ask Professor Angeliki Kitsiou to present the results of a different activity involving students. Hello.
Good afternoon to everyone. It's a very great pleasure to be here all with you. I have the pleasure to present with a video the outcomes of the work was carried out during the work package 2, which aims is to reinforce the ERUA Alliance's existing framework of teaching and learning initiative through innovation. So we can see the results of the work of our students of the Department of Cultural Technology and Communication in cooperation with the Department of Cultural Heritage and Tourism in Macerata, where they had the opportunity to work together during an hackathon and design some ideas that through digital creativity fuel innovation by providing, as you will see, a museum and a platform and other innovations that can provide sustainable solutions using artificial intelligence and blockchains so as to leverage and develop applications and tools that address specific cultural targets and social issues. I think we can move on the video, and after that, if you like, so we can discuss on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Φανταστείτε έναν κόσμο όπου η παράδοση, η ιστορία και η τεχνολογία ενώνονται σε ένα μοναδικό πολιτιστικό ταξίδι. Αυτό είναι το όραμα πίσω από το νέο μας project. Ένα παιχνίδι που δεν είναι απλώς παιχνίδι, αλλά ένας ζωντανός δεσμός μεταξύ του Πανεπιστημίου Ματσεράτα και του Πανεπιστημίου Αιγαίου, μέσα από το αγαπημένο παιχνίδι καρτών τίτσου. Πώς θα ήταν αν η τράπουλα γινόταν εργαλείο πολιτισμικής εκπαίδευσης? Αυτό ακριβώς επιδιώκουμε. Το τίτσου, γνωστό για τη στρατηγική και τη συνεργασία που απαιτεί, παίρνει τώρα μια νέα μορφή. Κρατώντας τους κλασικούς κανόνες, η τράπουλα ανασχεδιάζεται με πολιτισμικά στοιχεία που αντικατοπτρίζουν την ιστορία και την κληρονομιά των δύο πανεπιστημίων, ξεκινώντας από τις πιο ισχυρές κάρτες. Ο δράκος παραμένει αναλύωτος, διατηρώντας τη γνώριμη μορφή του. Συμβολίζει τη σύνδεση της Κίνας με την Ευρώπη, όπως ακριβώς ο Ματέο Ρίτσι γεφύρωσε Ανατολή και Δύση με την αποστολή του στην Κίνα. Ο δράκος γίνεται σύμβολο της πολιτισμικής ενότητας και της ιστορικής συνέχειας, ενσωματώνοντας τη φιλοσοφία της συνεργασίας και του αμοιβαίου σεβασμού. Οι βασιλιάδες Κα παίρνουν τη μορφή ιστορικών προσωπικότητων. Τζάκομο Λεοπάρντι, ο μεγάλος Ιταλός ποιητής του ρομαντισμού, που με τη λυρική του φωνή ύμνησε την ανθρώπινη φύση. Ματέο Ρίτσι, ο Ιησουήτης Ιεραπόστολος που άφησε ανεξίτηλο στίγμα στην κινεζική κοινωνία. Οδυσσέας Ελίτης, ο βραβευμένος με Νόμπελ Έλληνας ποιητής, που υμνεί το Αιγαίο και τον ελληνικό πολιτισμό. Κωνσταντίνος Καραθεοδωρή, ο μεγάλος μαθηματικός που συνεργάστηκε με τον Αϊνστάιν και συνέβαλε στη διαμόρφωση της θεωρίας της σχετικότητας. Στη συνέχεια οι βασίλισσες Κιού. Σαπφό, η ποιήτρια της αρχαίας Λέσβου, σύμβολο του έρωτα και της λυρικής τέχνης. Πινελόπη Δέλτα, μορφή της παιδείας και της εθνικής ταυτότητας. Μαρία Μοντεσόρη, η Ιταλίδα παιδαγωγός που έφερε επανάσταση στην εκπαίδευση. Μαργαρίτα Χακ, η διάσημη αστροφυσικός που άνοιξε τον δρόμο για τις γυναίκες στις επιστήμες. Οι βαλέδες Τζέι ζωντανεύουν τις δύο περιοχές. Η πλατεία Σαπφούς και η εκκλησία του Αγίου Παύλου για τη Ματσεράτα. Οι πλατείες Μαντίνη και Αγία Ειρήνη για το Αιγαίο. Κάθε κάρτα έχει το δικό της μοναδικό σύμβολο. Το κόκκινο αντιπροσωπεύει το Πανεπιστήμιο Ματσεράτα. Το μπλε το Πανεπιστήμιο Αιγαίου. Το μαύρο συμβολίζει τους κόκκους καφέ, ενισχύοντας τη φιλοξενία. Το πράσινο τις ελιές, σύμβολο ειρήνης και σοφίας. Τεχνολογική καινοτομία. Η επαυξημένη πραγματικότητα, AR, δίνει νέα διάσταση στο παιχνίδι. Μέσα από εφαρμογές σε κινητά ή tablets, κάθε κάρτα ζωντανεύει. Φανταστείτε να βλέπετε τον Οδυσσέα Ελίτη να απαγγέλει ποίηση ή τη Σαπφό να διηγείται τους θρύλους της αρχαίας Λέσβου. Αυτός ο συνδυασμός παράδοσης και τεχνολογίας μετατρέπει το τίτσου σε κάτι πολύ περισσότερο από ένα παιχνίδι. Είναι μια πολιτισμική γέφυρα. Ένα εργαλείο που ενισχύει τη συνεργασία, τη γνώση και τη φιλία. Η τράπουλα δεν είναι απλά ένα σύνολο καρτών, αλλά μια πλατφόρμα μάθησης που φέρνει κοντά φοιτητές, καθηγητές και κοινότητες. Στόχος: να αποτελέσει το project παράδειγμα πολιτισμικής και εκπαιδευτικής καινοτομίας, ανοίγοντας τον δρόμο για παρόμοιες πρωτοβουλίες σε όλο τον κόσμο. Σας προσκαλούμε να γίνετε μέρος αυτής της πρωτοβουλίας. Ελάτε να χτίσουμε μαζί το μέλλον. Ένα μέλλον που ενώνει κουλτούρες και δημιουργεί νέες γέφυρες επικοινωνίας.
Impressive, indeed.
Thank you, John. We can may proceed in the video of Trapezona.
Hello, we are students at the ERUA University, Department of Cultural Technology and Communication. Thank you very much for the opportunity you are giving us to highlight our project. In today's presentation, we will show you a cultural action that we have thought about and want to implement. We will tell you a few words about the actions we have considered. We thought of creating a cultural space based in Trapezona located in Piraeus. The cultural space will consist of 2 museums, as we will see below. They will be dedicated to the refugees who settled in Trapezona in 1922. In this way, we want to highlight the area of Trapezona as a cultural jewel of Piraeus and also to spread the story of the refugees of Trapezona. For the implementation of our action, we have set some goals. In particular, one of our main goals is to increase traffic from people who live in the area. It is important that the museum becomes a living part of the local community, a place where residents feel that it concerns and inspires them. Finally, we collaborate with other museums dealing with refugee issues, thus strengthening networking and promoting the cultural space on a larger scale.
Establishment of museums. Here we're watching Trapezona in Google Maps. The cultural space will be established in the Department of Trapezona. As we see, there will be 2 buildings where they will be used for the action. In the first building will be the main exhibition. The second building will be an interactive space for the public with videos, VR, holograms and background music. Here we're watching the first building and the second building of Fertilizers of Trapezona. This building has 3 floors. The first 2 will be the exhibits and the third will be a cafe that will be decorated in the old days. In the first building, there will be photograph showcases, old newspapers, speeches and presentations from professors and historians. In the second building, there will be interactive simulation of events of 1922 and beyond, videos, VR holograms, QR codes on photos and exhibits for easier navigation, background traditional music, electronic devices that will contain e-books about the history of refugees and Trapezona.
Visitors can purchase tickets through an app, which offer gifts such as free meals at taverns in Trapezona through partnerships with local shops. The proceeds support refugees sheltered in Piraeus while simultaneously boosting the local economy.
In the app, you will be able to see the banner logo and also will be able to create an account or log in to an existing one. So, you'll be able to see personal lottery tickets and how many points you have collected, live map and GPS detector. As a guest, you'll be able only to see live map and GPS detector. You won't be able to collect points and have QR code for lottery tickets.
After the user chooses which way he prefers to connect, he then has the option to turn on the GPS to use a precise location or choose the area he wants to explore. Above we see the logo of the application with its name.
Once we've signed into our account, we are taken to the app's home screen. On the home screen there will be 5 buttons: notifications, news, events in the city we have chosen to see, a chatbot for more help and a live map. Also, the user will be able to click on his profile, located on the top right, and also see more options in the navigation bar located on the left. Finally, at the bottom right, there is a scan icon, where the user will be able to scan with their mobile camera, through the app, the tickets they bought from the museums to see if they won. Over here, we see how each page will be formatted if we click on a button of our choice from the home screen we saw earlier. The chatbot is designed in a simplistic way so that the user can have direct communication with AI. They will also be able to send photos to the chatbot if they need further assistance. If the user clicks on their profile, which can be found from the home screen, they will be able to see the username they have, as well as the total points they have accumulated. Finally, just below, he will be able to see in order the coupons he has earned and where he can redeem them. With the live map, the user will be able to see on the configured map exactly where he is and what is around him to see and explore. Of course, he will be able to tap on the colored pins and learn more. This is quite important, as the user can configure himself what he wants to see on the map. For example, if he wants to see if there are only attractions around him, he can activate them individually and display only those on the map so as not to confuse him. Going back to the home screen, if we click on the three lines on the top left, we see some additional options that the user can make. The culture submissions is a fill-in form where the user will be able to suggest different places that are attractions that are not in the app. He will even be able to upload his own photo. This way, the user feels like an active member of the app and directly contributes to the restoration of the attractions and the updating of the app. We can see on the third mobile how the page will be configured. Finally, on the home screen, at the bottom right, we notice an icon bearing the scanning badge. When the user clicks on it, it will take him to a page where his camera will be activated after the user has agreed to the camera rights. And he can scan the coupons he earns, either from shops or museums.
In conclusion, we believe that it is a good opportunity to create a cultural space with multimedia and modern tools so that visitors can have the maximum enjoyment of the space. We want to pass on the story of the refugees and of course develop the smaller towns that may not be as well known to the general public. Finally, we will show you a video that we have made using AI and it presents in a few words the project that we showed you in the presentation. We wish you good enjoyment.
Hey everyone, today I want to take you on a journey through Drapetsona, a historic gem in Greece with a rich tapestry of stories. Our mission? To transform the old fertilizer multi-purpose space into a vibrant cultural hub. Drapetsona's history is fascinating. It all started back in 1805 with the construction of St. Dionysius Church. By the 1830s, people from Greek islands began settling near the church, in an area known as Voula. Fast forward to 1922, after the Asia Minor catastrophe, Drapetsona saw a surge in its population. For decades, Drapetsona was a key part of the Piraeus industrial area, home to the Vasiliadis shipyard and various factories. But now it's time for a transformation. We're talking about a 64-hectare redevelopment on the seafront, turning the old industrial complex into a hub for tourism, business and water sports. This new cultural space isn't just about preserving history, it's about honoring the refugees of Drapetsona, providing social support, job opportunities and housing assistance. It's a place for the exchange of ideas between refugees and the local community, fostering economic and cultural growth. Imagine a maritime business center, a convention center, a technology museum, and 2 marinas. Picture a network of parklands, cultural centers, and sports facilities. Drapetsona's transformation is a part of a broader urban renewal trend in Athens, bringing life back to brownfield sites. This initiative is not just about buildings and spaces, it's about people, connection, and a brighter future for everyone. So let's come together and make Drapetsona a beacon of hope and innovation. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe for more inspiring stories.
Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, John. We had the opportunity to see another approach. So we can move now on the museum shift.
Okay, let's move to the next one.
Hello, this presentation concerns the Bonacorsi Museum in Macerata, Italy, and aims to present improvement proposals regarding the cultural design of this specific museum. The previous days, we had the pleasure of visiting the museum with Alexander and Nikos without Maria and Nafsika. It was super interactive and a full body experience. An attempt was made to make an application for interaction. It is an innovative project of collaboration between the University of the Aegean in Greece and the University of Macerata. Nikolaos Tsoflias, Alessandros Seranoui, Maria Giparaki, Nafsika Tsitaroni, and Ioannis Hadjilambru deal with this after on-site information and research. In the first part, you will watch a video clip with the technical and technological means that have been used and already exist for the presentation of the museum's exhibits, such as, for example, the maps, the lighting, the interactive screens, the videos related to specific exhibits, and the screening room. Next, we will present you two proposals aimed at maximizing the number of visitors as well as improving the interactivity of the museum. So, the basic idea is the direct access of the visitor to information about the table of his interest from the table itself with the help of audiovisual material. Equally important, we consider placing cards with QR code technology in central parts of the city. By scanning these, images of great works of art from the museum's collection will be displayed. In this way, attracting the interest of visitors to extract more information will increase and consequently lead to an increase in the number in relation to the museum's attendance. At the same time, we believe that creating an application for children is an excellent proposal. For example, the Lost Treasure game in a specially designed area of the museum could be a pole of attraction for young visitors, who will discover important information in a playful way.
Get your explorer hats on. It's time for a treasure hunt at the Buonacorsi Museum. Introducing the new Buonacorsi Museum app. It's your personal guide to exploring Macerata's hidden gem. With just a few taps, you can book your tickets and start your journey through history. But that's not all. The app adapts to your age, making sure everyone in the family learns and has fun. For the little ones, there's an exciting treasure hunt. Follow clues hidden in the museum's stunning paintings and uncover the secrets of the past. Parents, watch as your kids become mini detectives, solving puzzles and discovering historical treasures. It's an interactive, full-body experience that brings learning to life. So what are you waiting for? Download the Buonacorsi Museum app today and turn your museum visit into an unforgettable adventure. See you at the treasure hunt.
Thank you very much for your attention, and we suggest you visit the Buonacorsi Museum in Macerata.
Thank you very much. As you may see, these students' engagement in these traveling seminars not only enriched their academic experience, but also cultivated a broader skill set concerning new technologies and European perspective and a sense of social responsibility, preparing them to become more well-rounded and social conscious guiders of tomorrow as aligns with the targets and the objective of the ERUA program. Thank you all for your attention.
Thank you, Angeliki. It has been really interesting. Needless to say that these projects were developed within the seminar, which was not a very long seminar. It was a 2-day seminar. So with the help, of course, of their professors and also the
Professor
PhD
Kavakli
students.
was one of the leader professors in this.
Yes, and I enjoyed every minute of it. It has to be said that it is not only the students that have advantages in ERUA. Also, the professors have several opportunities to expand their teaching skills and have memorable experiences with their students and the students of other universities as well. So thank you very much. And it is time now to go to our final presentation. I would like to ask Professor Haris Alexopoulos to provide us with an overview of the principles of open science. So,
hello,
thank you.
Everyone. I'd like to say that I'm very happy to see all these developments around. I wasn't there, but the outputs and the ideas were spectacular, I may say. And regarding my brief talk, I'm assistant professor in the University of the Aegean Department of Information and Communication Systems Engineering. And I'm here with the role of Open Science Ambassador, which is the result of implementing a strategic recommendation came out from a side project of ERUA, the ERUA project. So, of course, other universities in this partnership implemented this strategy too. So the role of an open science ambassador is to inform, train, and implement projects regarding opening and publishing data, incorporating open science strategies and registries. So in this sense, today I will talk about briefly, actually, and I would like to pass the message of how open science can intersect with social entrepreneurship to create powerful solutions for social challenges. So open science mostly is a movement to make scientific outputs freely available to all. It includes open access to any kind of resource, mostly research papers, open data, so the sharing of raw data for verification and reuse, and open tools and methods like software protocols and methodologies. So in order, open science could be seen as a driver to accelerate innovation by reducing duplication of effort, increase of collaboration across disciplines and borders, ensures transparency, making research reproducible and trustworthy. So, on the other hand, social entrepreneurship is the practice of starting ventures to address social or environmental problems sustainably. Examples of social entrepreneurship is the provision of microloans to the unbanked, or the fight against food waste by connecting restaurants with customers. These are two simple examples. So the intersection of open science and social entrepreneurship will result in democratization of knowledge and as well as to lowering barriers towards innovation. Examples of this kind of synergy could be seen in different domains like healthcare. An example would be open access medical research that enables social enterprises to develop affordable diagnostics and treatments like open source vaccines. In the environment domain, open data on climate change empowers businesses to create localized solutions for renewable energy or conservation. Also, in education, open educational resources enable scalable, low-cost solutions for underserved communities. A famous example here would be OpenAQ platform, which is a global platform providing open air quality data, which in turn could be used from social enterprises to develop apps and solutions for pollution management. So, as a conclusion, because I think we don't have a lot of time, open science and social entrepreneurship have a natural synergy, both aiming to create a better world by breaking down barriers and innovating collaboratively. Either you are a researcher or an entrepreneur or a policymaker, there is a role for you to play. As a researcher, you can share your work openly and collaborate with social ventures. As an entrepreneur, you can leverage open data and tools to build impactful solutions. As a policymaker, you can create frameworks that support openness and innovation. So, yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very much. And I enjoyed a lot the videos and the presentations already.
Thank you. Thank you. It was very informative. Thank you for your time. So this concludes our presentation session. It is time for you now to bring forward your views, ideas, questions, if there are any. So please use the chat box, and we will give or raise your hand. I see that we're getting tired. It's been some time. So, but I would like to ask a question to our first group. Our first students that won the Hackathon 2023. Are they still with us? George, are you still in the...
Yes, yes, sure.
Yes. Okay. So, apart from the fact that you really enjoyed this trip, has this at all affected your next steps? I know that you have graduated, while during the hackathon you were undergraduate students. So has this experience had any effect in your plans for the future?
Yes, of course, because in my opinion, we see a new, different way of working on a project. So it changed my mindset very much, to be honest. Nick, how about you?
Yes, also it was a very big experience. We learned new things. We gained many skills from that. We meet a lot of people. We learn to cooperate with people from different countries and with different languages. So yes.
And the fact is that we saw a new way to work, because the main purpose of the hackathon is to get your idea, to add the features on that in collaboration with the other students, and to make it work in 3 days. So we learned the fast way, because at the university we have months to work on a project. So I think it's easy because you have to work a few hours a weekend. In a month, you made the project. But in the hackathon, we had 3 days to make the project. So it was very different from what we used to.
Yes, that's true. We had a very short time to do the project. But
well done then. You managed and you won. And thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
I can see the comments in the chat that you praise the fact that these are multicultural projects, and indeed, this is one of the main focus in a university alliance, to bring different cultures together and engage different researchers, mature researchers with younger researchers together. So bringing together fresh ideas with experience. And I think that our competitions and our projects have shown that it can be done, and that we are succeeding in this. And hopefully we will have a lot more to show to you and share with you in the future. So thank you very much.
Thank you too.
I would also like to have a similar question in this, let's say, spirit to our ideas on winners. Susan, Zaira, Alessandra, whoever would like to respond. How is this, your participation in the Ideathon is going to affect your future plans, if at all?
I can answer. I don't know if anybody else wanted to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so our participation in this project probably gave us the perspective to make the project more European in terms of like highlighting the facets of being multilingual and also tackling the social issues that each country is facing, that we all are as Europe. So I think it will give it more of a transnational sort of vibe, because we started our idea and our reflections basing it on Italy and on the gaps and of the problems that we identified, because that's our experience. So we were working in schools here. And but then we also thought that what we have as a problem locally could also be experienced throughout Europe. So that's when it came to our minds to actually have a network of shared best practices, because there could be someone else in another country also experiencing the same problems or difficulties, or maybe holding a solution to it. And so we wanted to create the link. And I think today here you have given us the opportunity to come together and to learn from other shared experiences, and also getting to know how the experiences were from the previous groups from last year, sharing what they have learned on also having to work under pressure because of like time, a tight schedule. So I think probably, yeah, what today has given us is this sort of transnational vibe to be added to the project, and maybe also trying to get to know other people working in schools in Europe and getting to know what they have identified as problems and as gaps to be filled in terms of like solving the social challenge of inclusion.
Zaira, would you like to add something to that?
I think Alessandra already said everything, and I hope that this project will be okay and can try some people and professor, and we can make progress in this project.
We certainly hope so. And we hope to see you in our hackathon, which will take place in the second quarter of 2025. So in the next 6 months, there will be our hackathon, and we hope to see your ideas, and we're eager to see how it has progressed from the original idea to the prototype solution. So thank you very much. And now I would like to ask Angeliki, Professor Kitsiou, to give her own perspective of how the ERUA can change the way that we teach our students, and if at all it can affect the way that they become ready to become social entrepreneurs.
I think it's all about the collaborative projects and this opportunity for the increased mobility that can provide both students and teachers the opportunity to work with peers from different backgrounds and disciplines. So all this teamwork can foster the communication skills and the cross-cultural collaboration. So I think that's the most interesting point for my point of view. Plus the accessible educational material that we can have into peer-to-peer teaching and students collaboration as well. I don't know if...
No, I think it is. I can, since I can see no question, I can also share my own experience. It is, as Susan said, Susan has already left, so she cannot share more of her ideas. But as she said, in our society, where we tend to get too much focus on technological solutions, sometimes forgetting that technological solutions do not exist outside society, but they are technological solutions are developed and are aimed within society. And all these experiences and the exchange of ideas and the collaboration between people from different disciplines reminds us of that we do not create solutions in vacuum. We create them within the society to solve societal problems, aiming to bring positive social change. And this is something that is in the essence of ERUA. So I would like to thank you all for your participation. And hopefully I would like to see you again in our next engagement activities. Please follow our social and visit our website, the ERUA website, and you will find out that there are many more activities waiting for your engagement. So thank you very much and hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye to all of you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.